What's up, you guys? Welcome back, and welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be installing some front door speakers on my 2018 Tacoma. So if you do have a 2016 and up Tacoma, this is the video for you. I'm going to be showing you just exactly how to install them, and I'm going to show you just exactly what you need to install them. I'm also going to be doing different videos on the rear speakers. I'm going to be doing a different video on the tweeters, and I'm also going to be showing you just exactly how to install an amplifier and a subwoofer on a stock Tacoma radio. So let's go ahead and get into the video, and I'll show you how it's done. So right now I'm going to go ahead and just first start with what tools you're going to need to do this job. So you are going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, 10mm socket, panel removal tool. I did go with the kickers. If you do have a 2016 and up Tacoma, they're going to be 6x9s for the front. Purchase these stock adapters. So what this does is it just allows it for a plug and play instead of having to splice wires and cut stuff up and then mix things up. So this makes it a lot easier. You're also going to need to get these speaker adapter brackets. So now that you guys know what we're going to be doing and you guys know just what tools and what you're going to need to do this project, I'm going to go ahead and show you just exactly how. And if anybody is curious, I did purchase all the speakers as a package on crutchfield.com. I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm just letting you know where you can purchase them. Of course, the first step is going to be removing this door panel. So by doing so, you're going to notice there's a plastic piece here and it's not attached to this. So you just want to go ahead and kind of tug back, and it releases just like that. It's just clipped on with clips. So the next step is we're going to go ahead and remove this little pin here. Alright, so the proper way to do this is you want to go ahead and get something flat like this. I'm using the Phillips head, and you just want to go ahead and push in the middle. You hear the click and it pops right off. Hold this with your finger just like that, push it back, and now it releases. It's that easy. So for this next section, we're going to go ahead and remove this plastic cover back here. Get your plastic removal tool in there and just kind of yank it back just like that. So you have the plastic cover removed. You're going to notice there's a little screw in there, and that's just your Phillips head. You want to go ahead and remove that. Nice and easy. There it is. In this step here, you're going to notice there's a little carpet right here. You just want to go ahead and remove it just like that, and you're going to notice there's another screw in there. That's just a Phillips head. It's out. So there it is. So for this next step, we're going to go ahead and remove the switches here. So with that, you want to go ahead and get a plastic removal tool, and you just want to go ahead and work your way around, kind of start with the back. And you're going to notice it's going to start unclipping just like that, nice and easy. And then once it's in this position here, you want to go ahead and kind of bring it forward, and just like that. Now I'm bringing this up, you're going to notice there is wires underneath. Don't tug on it because you could rip them. We're going to go ahead and focus on this opposite side. You're going to notice there's a tab here. You want to go ahead and push it in and release just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and focus on this back piece here. So if you guys did watch our Noiko Solutions video install, we showed you just exactly how to remove this one. If you didn't, I'll go ahead and show you just once again. If you can't do it by hand, that's fine, by all means. It's kind of hard, I'll be honest. So what helps out is if you have a flat head, you can go ahead and start from the back side and just kind of push it back. So as you can tell, it releases just like that. You want to make sure to tug this straight forward, because if you don't, you can ruin the wiring. Just like that. So up next, you might need a panel removal tool. I'm not going to use it because I've removed this many times, so I know it's going to come off easily. But pretty much we're going to go ahead and start from the top here. As you can tell, it's already loose since we removed the little clip that was there. And you're just going to go ahead and work your way around it. You're going to hear the clips loosen up, just like that. Work your way around it. Once you have it in this position here, you want to go ahead and bring it up slowly. Don't tug on it. I'll show you why right now, but there is a cable that is stuck to the panel. So we're almost on the install process. To remove this door panel, you're going to notice there's of course two cables coming in. Grab your hand just like this. Grab it over the plastic. Just kind of give it a tug, and this whole piece removes. Nice and easy. Before we remove the speaker, we're going to go ahead and remove this harness here. So you're going to notice there's a little clip there. You want to go ahead and push in and pull up, and it should remove nice and easy, just like that. Alright, so up next, we're going to remove the bolts that are on the speaker. We're already getting to the fun part, which is removing this little speaker. So right here, you could either use a Phillips head, make sure it's a big enough size. I'm not going to go ahead and do that because I don't want to risk stripping the bolts. I'm going to be using a 10mm socket to go ahead and remove these. So there's going to be 4 bolts. So there's one there, one on the bottom, and one on the bottom over here. Are you guys ready for the fun part? And you guys are gonna probably laugh right now because I'm gonna go ahead and show you the magnet on this versus the kicker. So let's go ahead and remove it. Just like that. So as you can tell, nice, not nice.
Size sometimes does matter.
So for this step, you're going to want to go ahead and get the stock factory screws that come inside the kicker box. We're going to be using those. You're going to want to go ahead and get your bracket that was provided from crutchfield.com. Those do come free. So that being said, some things might not line up, which I'll show you what right now. Grab the kicker speaker and go ahead and put it over. And you're going to notice, I don't know how well you can capture it on camera, but you're going to notice where you're going to thread the screws in. You're going to notice it doesn't line up too well. So in this part, if you do have a buddy to help you out, kind of line it up and then put the screws in. That's going to be super helpful, but it's nothing necessary. You can do it by yourself. I'm just letting you know, if you do have a buddy on this section here, it will help you out. Another thing you do want to notice is if you see at the top right here there is a cutout, you want to make sure that is pointing to the top. And another thing you do want to make sure is you want to make sure that your speaker is in the correct location, just like that. So as you can tell, I know that's facing up, so when it goes into the vehicle, it's going to be in the correct position. Alright, so on camera you're not going to be able to notice it, but in the last clip I did explain to you the holes are not going to really line up since this is what a free bracket that was provided. You could either use a drill to do this or just a Phillips headed screwdriver.
I'll put it in at an angle. You see the hole a little bit? Yeah. Look, I have confidence in doing that.
Alright, so now we just installed the bracket onto the speaker. Just like I said, take note, the bracket that does come provided, it's not 100% good on alignment. On this bottom one, we did have to kind of cut through the plastic and make our own hole. So just take note of that. It's nothing hard. I'm just letting you know because I don't want you guys to hit me up later and say that it didn't fit. It fits. You just got to make a little hole. So it's good. So now up next, we're going to go ahead and wire up the speaker and reinstall it and finally test it out. Now we're going to be installing the harness adapter. We're going to go ahead and put the wiring through just like that. And when you're looking back here, you're going to notice these connections, they only go in one way. The white one is going to be your red, and your black one into your speaker. That's the smaller one. Now that I have the connections connected, I'm going to go ahead and tug on this a little bit just to bring the wire over. Let's go ahead and go to the truck. Before we put the speaker back together, if you can notice, I do have foam back here. I did install insulation foam and sound deadening just to make the sound a little bit better. If you guys did miss that video, go ahead and check it out. It is in the description box below, along with where you can purchase this. So just make sure the wiring isn't in the way. You want to go ahead and put the speaker back. Once you have the speaker in this location, you want to go ahead and get your factory speakers that you had taken off from the other one. And you want to just go ahead and hand tighten these, all four. Once I've hand tightened, I'm going to go ahead and get my 10mm socket, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten all four. Alright, so once you've screwed everything in and it's nice and tight, just make sure not to over torque these because it is plastic, it will break. You just want to go ahead and get your connections, and they only go in one way, so you can't mess this up. You want to go ahead and connect them. Alright, so now that the install process is pretty much done, before putting the panel back together, we're going to go ahead and turn on the truck and test it out. Of course, for myself, I can't record that because of copyright reasons, but before you do it at home, you want to go ahead and test it out, make sure it works. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now. So now that we tested it out, it works, sounds awesome. So this was a super easy install, anybody can do it. Like I said, if you want to go ahead and purchase this same kit, you could just check out the description box below. I'll link everything there. Now we're just going to go ahead and put everything back together and just enjoy it. And you want to do the same exact process on the opposite side. Also stay tuned because I do plan on getting an amplifier for these speakers. So if I do end up getting it, of course I'll show the process on just how to put an amp to these and of course the rear ones. Let's get to it. So exactly the same way you took it off, you want to put it back on. Now that we're all done, it looks like you never did anything, but now you have some awesome audio. So once again, if you do want to purchase this same kit, you could just check out in the description box below, and I will link everything down below. Nice and easy. And then just remember to go check out also my sound editing install video. See you guys next time. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, do the same exact process that you did here to the other side. In today's video, I'm gonna be installing. Bloopers. What's up, you guys?
Start over. It wasn't recording.
Wait. What? Wait. What? What? Okay, let me show this now.
What are you doing? This bloopers.
You want to go ahead and get your screws back, screws in your hand, and you go ahead and is that a blooper?